thing.
It's time for Tirade Tuesday on 95.7 FM and 710 AM KCMO.
Are you talking to me?
How dare you?
It's morning, so it's Mundo.
Let's go. We've got open lines. 913-408-7957. Do not let it be a sleepy Tirade Tuesday. I can't fill in the blanks. It's up to you. 913-408-7957. Let's go to the phones on a Tirade Tuesday and kick it off with Josie in Kansas City. Go ahead, Josie. What's your tirade?
I'm just tired of Mike Bickle walking around the streets of Kansas City and his 17 women that he sexually abused. The report that came out in the spring, and nothing's being done about this. You know, I don't understand why the state is not prosecuting him, and his victims, you know, sat before Jeff City and gave their testimony, and they lifted the NDA. They lifted the statute of limitations, you know, so that men like him could be prosecuted for clergy sexual abuse, for child sex abuse. He did this for like 30, 40 years. And I just don't understand why he just can walk around Kansas City and, you know, there's nothing being done to prosecute him. I'm talking about the state or the federal government. I don't understand. I know the victims, right, have to take him to court, and that's maybe part of this. But I know states that have taken sex abusers to court, especially child predators, like church. He's in the ministry. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I know the government has stepped in and took people like that to court. I don't understand why that's not happening.
Yeah, I understand the frustration, Josie. Thank you for the tirade here. And I do not have the answer to that, but I know you're not alone in feeling that way. Carl in Independence, what is your tirade? Carl, go.
Oh, hi, Pete. I want to correct you a little bit in my opinion about the good, bad, and the ugly yesterday.
I want a tirade. Just give me your tirade. It's not about getting everything off your chest that I've said over the last 3 months. Go ahead.
No, I'm getting there. The bad was definitely the flood, but the ugly was the people who could not wait to try to blame the flood on Donald Trump. How consumed with Trump deranged syndrome must you be to try to make political gain on the deaths of little children and little girls? I think it's time these people spend a little bit of time in front of a mirror looking at themselves, and the question they need to ask is, mirror, mirror on the wall, who has the blackest soul of all?
All right. Thank you, Carl. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. 913-408-7957 on a Tirade Tuesday. Jeff and Shawnee, let it rip.
Great morning here. Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein, Bongino, Bondi. Man, nothing to see here. CIA blackmail. Come on, man. I feel like I'm Marilyn Monroe committed suicide again. So much hype and totally diffused it. So you're telling me you arrested an innocent man? This is the first time since Trump's been in I feel deflated. So that's my tirade.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people feeling that way regarding the Epstein deal here from the last couple of days with the DOJ and the FBI. But, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and Dan Bongino, I mean, at the very least, I think you got to trust two of those three because they knew their reputations were on the line here. And they claim there's nothing there, at least as of now. We'll have to see. 913-408-7957 on a Tirade Tuesday. Kate in Kansas City. Kate, what is your tirade? Good morning.
It's about Frank White, and I think him and his brother from another mother, Joe Biden, are both demented, or they're hiding all the time, and they're taking money. Frank's taking money for a job he's not performing. I think that's fraud, number one. And I'm waiting for the first book to be published about those around Frankie saying, yeah, he did have it, and that's why he's acting this way, and that's why he's giving stories that are not true. because his decision about the stadiums had nothing to do with him screwing the people of Jackson County. Thank you.
Thank you, Kate. I think I know how you're going to vote on August 26th. 913-408-7957. Mike in Kansas City, what's your tirade? Go.
Yeah, Corporal Woods had a really nice fireworks exhibit on the 4th of July. The only problem was they didn't have enough food trucks. The lines were excessive, and they had very few food trucks there. And whoever's in charge of it needs to put more food trucks there so the lines are shorter. And also the food trucks were running out of stuff, or their equipment was breaking down. And they're really kind of disappointing, people waiting an hour and a half in line to get something. So that's, I think they should do a little better planning in the future on it.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Get some more food trucks out there. But, only so much money to go around when you're doling out $100+ mil for the new City Hall. 913-408-7957. Tirade Tuesday. Nick in Kansas City. Go ahead, Nick.
Yes, Mundo. I opened a retail shop 5 months ago at Westport, and I spoke to... The first week I was open, I spoke to the director of the Westport district there. First thing she said was that they did not support retail, that they only supported bars. So that was very discouraging. That's my tirade.
That's your tirade. Okay. Man, I'm sorry to hear that. That's rough.
Right.
I mean,
So
they should be supporting more retail because the problems they have in Westport are driven by their bar scene in large part and having, too many clowns and vagrants and bad people down there late at night, early in the morning.
Yeah, I grew up in Kansas City, and 20 years ago, 20 years ago, I would see a lot of shoppers walking around. Maybe hundreds, and now it's
shoplifters.
Waiting there. Yeah, exactly.
Unbelievable.
So with that said, I'm closing the shop. Westport's not the same as it used to be, so it's kind of sad because it's right in the center of our city that we love.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry to hear that, Nick, but you know what? Cutting your losses is an important part of business.
No, my faith is my strength.
Yeah. All right, man. All right. I appreciate that. Bless you. That's tough. Had to learn that one the hard way, unfortunately. I might have given Nick a little insight into that before he bought the spot, but maybe he's new to the show. I don't know. That's tough. 913-408-7957. Elizabeth in Olathe. What is your tirade, Elizabeth? Go ahead.
My tirade is that the Olathe Police Department cannot issue a order of protection unless you have your stalker or harasser's home address or work. I recently woke up and someone that had been harassing me to the point where I had a police report was sleeping outside my house, and the police came and they could not do anything other than tell me that if they didn't have a sheriff's location to deliver the petition, they could not serve him and therefore dismissed my order of protection.
Wow. I don't,
they were even there at my house, and I said to them, well, I don't know where he's staying, and I don't have a job, or I don't think he has a job, and they said that unless they had a physical address, the police could not wait around to serve them, even when the police came out to my house, and he was at my house when I got home from work.
Was it a homeless person?
No, it was an ex of mine that had been staying because I had surgery, and then decided he didn't want to leave, and we kind of got in an argument because of all other things, and I said you had to leave, and he didn't, and he left. And then the next morning I woke up and he was in his car, and so the police can't do anything about it because I don't know where he's staying right now.
Jeez, I am sorry about that. That is,
I know it's crazy to me that they dismissed an order of protection because you have to have their physical home address. It's like, who in the world has their stalker's home address or their work? It's like they're the ones stalking me. So that's my tirade.
Wow. Well, I hope you get that squared away, Elizabeth. I appreciate you sharing it, though.
I have a black belt in karate and a really great dad, so I can get over. We'll be fine. But I really think Olathe needs to look at their policy of giving a search or an order of protection, especially when they're talking to the person while it's being dismissed.
That's a good point, and you got a good 1-2 punch there.
I do. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you for that. Wow. Libby and Waldo, go. What's your tirade?
Oh, Pete, okay. I am getting really, really tired. I'm getting really, really tired of these people that are slamming the Texas flood with these children When are people going to wake up? Not you, Pete, not John, not Mark, not me, and other people that are calling your program. When are they going to accept the fact that nature does what nature has always done? We cannot control nature, and you can't blame humans for causing the flood. Nature did what she did, and I'm sorry. I'm sick about this, but I'm tired of people blaming our leaders, blaming you, blaming me. I say, excuse me? I didn't tell nature to flood Texas. I would never do that.
I know. Thank you, Libby. Listen, if you believe that everything gets solved by a large, oversized bureaucracy, if you think that bigger is better when it comes to government, then you believe government can solve all the problems of the world. Because government, for too many of these folks, is their God. And when government is bigger than God in your eyes, then you can fix things and correct things that God might do. Bryce in Kansas City, what's your tirade?
Hey, brother, good morning. So I live in Kansas City, Missouri, around 23rd and Jackson, 23rd and I-70. If you have more than one bag in your trash can, they will not take any of your trash. And I think there's more than enough trash in the hood. I don't know why they would not want to get all the trash out they can.
Wait, so you're saying the new plastic containers that they have, right, with the Kansas City fountains on it, right? You got one of those. You're saying you can't. You're saying you can't fill that up. You can only put one bag in there. I'm sorry, Bryce. I don't buy that.
If the lid is open and there is a bag hanging out the top, they will leave the whole container.
All right, that's different. That's different, though, than what you just said. You just said you could only put one bag in there.
Okay, so if you set that extra bag next to it, they will leave it all.
Ah, that's a bad look. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why you wouldn't want more trash out of the hood. That's kind of the point.
Yeah, that's, I mean, listen, at the very least, you should be able to fill that thing up. And if the lid is open a hair because you got a lot of garbage, they should still take the garbage. And you're telling me they're not doing that.
Yeah, and all they got to do is hook it up on the machine that dumps it in the damn trash can.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's nothing to it. There's nothing to it. All right, Bryce. Thank you, buddy.
They don't want to pick up that extra bag.
All right. Thank you, my man. I appreciate you, Bryce. Thanks, brother. All right. Mark, you got something to add to that, big guy?
Oh, I can fit 3 bags of trash in my trash can, but I don't know the size of the Olathe ones compared to Casey.
I mean, I fit like 6. I got a lot of crap. You only fit 3 into yours, Mark?
I try to fill mine up pretty
what do you use, industrial-sized garbage bags?
Yeah, I got like the 30 gallons.
Oh, you got big guys.
Yeah.
30-gallon garbage bags?
Yeah. So 3 of those.
Where do you put these in the house? How big is your garbage pail in the house?
We have a pretty big spot next to our sink. Yeah.
Wow. Jeez, that's a monster, man. All right. You got the big gray one?
No, it's just it's a smaller trash can.
No. I mean your big thing you roll out the big gray thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
You'll come to find as a parent that trash bag sales are big with youth sports, and you'll find that sometimes you don't sell them all, and you go ahead and purchase them, so you've got a couple of years' supply. A big yellow 30-gallon. We got the blue ones that hold 20. Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, that's coming.
Oh, gosh.
You can sell those on Facebook Marketplace, John.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, no, I loved having them.
Yeah.
I was disappointed. It's kind of like having a lifetime supply, and they ran out, and I'm like, wah, wah, wah. Now I've got to pay for it.
Yeah, well, and getting John on Facebook Marketplace, that'll be like getting him on Twitter. That could go sideways real fast. Let's not get carried away here.
No, I'm up on the books.
Okay. All right. Good deal. 913-408-7957. That is how you join us here on a Tuesday morning. Good variety of tirades today, all across the board. Going from Epstein to the Kansas City, Missouri trash containers with the little Frank White sprinkled in between.